Your condition is that you want a realtor that is dedicated, determined, and motivated for you and advocates for you. And I need my client to be ready and prepared and to have a pre-approval and to have their funds ready so that when there's a property that they want, I'm able to do my job. Welcome back to my channel. And today we are going to be talking about how do I get my client pre-approved? How do I push them or encourage them and inform them to get a pre-approval without seeming pushy? Before I get started, can we give this video a like, comment, and a subscribe? Can we just hype it up in the comments because your girl came back? I've been gone for a month, but I'm back. And I don't think I'm leaving again. How do I get my client a pre-approval? So in another video, I spoke about how to know if your client is actually ready to buy a house. But this video is specific about how do I get my client to agree to go through with the pre-approval process, find a lender, get comfortable with them, and actually push and get the information needed for a pre-approval. So like in the other video, I said, what is your why? What is your client's why? When you meet them, you need to figure out their whole life story in about 15 minutes and how to get all that done. Watch the other video. But once you've gotten that down pat, right, we need to know the why. If you don't walk away from your client the first time meeting them and knowing their why, there's nothing that you need to look forward to. That means you don't need to write their number down. That means you don't need to tell them, oh, I'll talk to you in a few weeks. No, if you don't know their why, you're done. And what is a why? A why is the reason that someone's going to move forward and decide to purchase a property. What is that one thing that's gonna push them through? It could be they're tired of paying rent. It could be that they need a place for their entire family to live. They could be doing it for their mom. Like, there's a lot of whys, but you need to figure out their client's main priority and their why. The bottom line, because I'm all about bottom lines, the bottom line is information. If you can give your client information to help them make informative decisions, that will allow them to trust you and then in turn do what you want them to do so that you're able to sell them a home. So if you're telling your client, let's say you meet somebody on the phone, or this is a better example. Let's say you meet somebody, some way, somehow you got this client, right? Or this customer. And you guys are going back and forth and they're like, well, I'm not ready to get a pre-approval. I'm not ready. You have to go back to their why. Why do you want to buy a house? Why are you not ready to get a pre-approval? And sometimes it could be, well, I don't want them to pull my credit now and then pull it again in 2 weeks. So then the question becomes, that's a red flag. Why wouldn't you be ready now? They're like, well, I don't know if I'm gonna buy. I don't know if I'm gonna see something that I like on the market. I don't know this, I don't know that, I don't know this, I don't know that. Your goal is to inform them that you have to go back to reinforcing their why. That will open their brain up, right? From a no to, okay, let's talk. Your goal is to inform them why a pre-approval is necessary now, why is finding a lender necessary now, showing them and teaching them that just because you get a pre-approval doesn't mean that you need to work with this person for the duration of your home buying journey. This is just a quote. This is like when you're gonna get a car and you need home insurance. We're gonna get a car and you need car insurance and you need a quote. But in order to have that quote, you gotta know the VIN number of the car. You gotta know what city you're gonna register that car in. You gotta know a lot of things about the car, how many miles you think you'll be using for the year, from all that stuff. So inform them that just a pre-approval is like step number one. Informing them that a pre-approval is a necessity to be able to have an idea of the range that you can approve, because you can go online and put in a whole bunch of crap, but that doesn't actually give you, it gives you a range, but the goal is to shrink down the range so you exactly know what you can afford to buy and potentially what type of programs you can be on. So you would let them know that a pre-approval is not a forever thing, but a pre-approval will allow you to gauge how much and what type of properties you should be looking at. It also will let you know if there's a red flag on your credit. Like for example, you can look at Credit Karma and you could think your credit's fine and your credit is maybe 20-30 points below what Credit Karma says, right? You could be in a position where you're thinking that you're paying the right things when you're not, and you have something in collections and you're paying the wrong thing. So it's always good to consult with a mortgage broker, a lender, to be able to distinguish where you are now and if the decisions that you're making with your credit need to improve or stay the same based on the pre-approval that is given. A pre-approval is very important, and I think it's less about telling your client what they need and telling your client why they need it and how it's going to make the process and the journey a lot easier and a lot smoother. I don't really have issues having my client give me a pre-approval or get a pre-approval. And it's like, if you can't get a pre-approval, I can't work with you. Your condition is that you want a realtor that is dedicated, determined, and motivated for you and advocates for you, and I need my client to be ready and prepared and to have a pre-approval and to have their funds ready so that when there's a property that they want, I'm able to do my job and I'm able to be that agent for them. So I hope that helped you guys. But information is key, and information doesn't need to be scary. It just needs to be broken down in ways that people are able to understand them. And that's what makes you a great agent. You being able to decipher what your clients need and how they need to be told that information. But at the end of the day, it's all about information, and it's all about how you deliver it. So if you guys enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Peace.